What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video on the stream here. We're streaming right now to go live on YouTube. Of course, the video will be out straight after. So, yeah, click subscribe if you enjoy the content and like for more. Basically, we are previewing the game today between Spurs and West Ham, which kicks off at 12 p.m. on Sunday in the London Stadium. A big game for both sides, and funny enough, believe it or not, I suppose Spurs are below us in the table, and we could go 9 points above them if we can win. Now, say what you want about them having a game in hand or something, but I think they have a game in hand against Villa or something anyway. So, someone below us will drop points there in between as well. So this will put a nice bit of distance between both teams, and not in a way, as I said, you would have thought it would have been at the start of the season. I mean, it speaks volumes, really, for West Ham fans to back ourselves, not just because we're rivalry Spurs, but we're just saying, we're going to beat you and all that. We have genuine belief this time, and over the next few games we have, there's a huge potential there to lose a lot of games, and it'll cost us a European place, but there's a huge amount of potential, because of our running we've got. If we can get through these 6-7 games or so now with a good few points in there, in between, maybe a win or two, who knows where we'll be. I think that could really set us up. I think if we can do that, we just beat the teams that we've already done this season that are winnable, we've no bother getting 6 or 7 in the league at least, and maybe higher, who knows. But yeah, I'm really excited for the game, really excited to preview it. And yeah, we're just going to quickly go into the preview, really. So first part, really, I just want to speak about was, I suppose, both team news for both teams. West Ham, of course, still without the injured Yarmolenko. Antonio might be a doubt, but he's going to be another late fitness test, so we're unsure there. Angelo Ogbonna is, of course, still out for at least another 3 or 4 weeks. And in terms of everyone else, I'm not fully too sure about the whole squad, but I'm pretty sure that we're okay in everywhere else, to be fair. In terms of Spurs, I mean, Kane apparently is out because he didn't feature in the game against Wolfsburg in the Europa League on Thursday evening. However, Mourinho said that it was something to do with the fact that they were resting him, and they wanted to risk getting against a team in the last 32 of a game they probably should be getting through, with no disrespect to Wolfsburger. But yeah, it is going to be a tough game. As far as I'm aware, no the Spurs injuries to concern right now with. But yeah, that's really team news. I suppose West Ham, going, as I said already in the last preview, 1 defeat in the league in the whole of 2021, 1 defeat in the cup we featured in, and they've been against Liverpool and United respectively. So, I mean, there's a big reason to be confident about tomorrow. Of course, the past meeting between West Ham and Spurs ended up being 3-3. Who remember that in was it October, November, when we came back from 3-0 down with 10 minutes to go, draw 3-3 of Spurs, Bottom Spurs we call them. That was a remarkable comeback, and we were in great form then. We came off. I think we drew against City the week before, 1-1 at home, and we got. Funny enough, we got City next week after that away in the league. So it's not going to be easy by any means. But we are at home tomorrow. Spurs aren't in the greatest bit of form, which is a positive for us. And look, we're at home. I think where the game is going to be won and lost, I think it's going to be vital that we keep. If Kane plays, we have to keep Kane and Son quiet. When Kane plays, Son plays. If Kane doesn't play, we still have to keep Son quiet. But that's one less job for us, and that'd be huge for us. I think if Kane isn't fit, he's 100% going to be on the bench, and he will feature no matter what, unless it's a horrible injury. You just genuinely can't risk him. I think we've learned our lessons last time. Moyes will be well aware of that. We're on good form. Of course, Spurs, as I said, they are way below us, and they're not in great form. I think 1 win in their last 6 or something, and they could drop 9 or 10 if results go against them and they lose tomorrow. However, it is unlikely because other teams playing each other around them. But yeah, I think it'll be a really tough game. I think the midfield battle is going to be key. They're all saying about Højbjerg at the moment, how brilliant he is, his partnership with Sissoko. But look, we have a partnership of Rice and Souček. And although Souček has looked a bit tired in the last few games, I will say, when he doesn't play well, Rice will play well, and he's been immense this season. And say what you want about a penalty and all that, but you can see the determination and drive of the young Englishman. Rice has been a revelation again this season in midfield, and he wanted that penalty, and he's going to want more now after scoring that. Like, God forbid he missed the penalty. He would have still wanted more, but he already said in his post-match interview, he didn't think in other games we're playing good enough. He was annoyed we haven't got a penalty already this season, and he wants more goals. So he got to be goal-scoring midfielder, and that's what the greats are I suppose, told about these days. You have to score goals as well, no matter where you are in midfield. The pressure uppens. In this modern era of football now. I think Kufal, of course, and Creswell will be two good assets for us. Will Antonio be fit? If Antonio's fit, it is dodgy because we played really well the other night. But look, I think it's Tottenham. I think you have to start him. I just think you have to start him. But it could be understood if we didn't. Look, if he says he's fit, then we start him. If he feels like there's a niggle or he doesn't 100% think he'll manage the whole game well, then we put him on the bench. It depends what he says. That's what I would put it down to trust, because it's a huge game. It's a cup final in both of our teams' worlds here. And I think that could be huge. In predicted lineups, I suppose, predicted for West Ham Saturday as usual. My lineup I'd go with in goals for Fabianski, of course, with the Hammers, left back. We're going to go with left wing back because it'll suit well. And we started a bit shaky against Sheffield United with it, but I think we worked well. And we scored 3 goals with it, so I changed a winning system. And Johnson, shout out to him, he did a brilliant game in the last game against Sheffield United too. Right wing back, we would have to go with, of course, Vladimir Kufal. Not his best game against Sheffield United, to say the least. But look, he nearly scored and he still got a clean sheet and still played well nonetheless. Like, when I say it's not his best game, that's because his standard is so high. When he has his worst game, it's still a good game. He has to have a stinker, and he hasn't really had a stinker yet. He's had a few shaky moments in games, which every defender has, but overall he's played really well for us and been one of the reasons, I think, why we're doing so well. In the 3 centre back role, of course, we're still out Ogbonna, so in comes Diop with a magnificent performance the other night against Sheffield United. Clean sheet, goal, what more can you ask for? And then besides him, I'll go with, of course, Craig Dawson. Pocketed as every single defender this season, bar maybe the Liverpool lads. But he scored a goal against Liverpool, so he still did something against them. Hasn't really had a bad game for us yet, and to be fair, I think the man has grown with confidence as age, and he's grown his football ability in the defence. So you actually have to give it to him. You give him confidence in the defence at the moment, and he's actually a leader back there, and he'll take nothing against you. So yeah, I think he's good for Diop to have alongside him. And beside him, Aaron Cresswell slots into left centre back in the back 3. Another assist here, even from the corner, albeit. And these are really good assets to the team. Good clean sheet, he drives forward, it suits him to the ground, this formation, and he hasn't put a foot wrong really all season, so bar the odd moment or two. So I think you have to start him. Onto the midfield too, it's pretty self-explanatory really. Rice and Souček. Yeah, I think there's not much more you can say about that. I think they'll obviously be a bit tired, but they've had a rest Monday to Sunday. It's nearly a full week, and I think they'll be up for this. I think they realise how much, especially Rice, how big of a game this is. And hey, it's been a while since Souček scores, but he gets the ball in the back of the net, brings up to 9 goals this season. Who knows? Got Spurs defence. They're a bit dodgy, aren't they? But yeah, onto the front 3 now. And as I said, if Antonio's fit, he starts for me. If he says he's fit, if Antonio's fit, I would 100% start him, and I'd go with a front 3 of Ben Rama to come in for Lanzini. And I would go with Bowen. Not Bowen, Lingard instead of Bowen. Fredericks is a good asset off the bench too, but you've got it. Bowen hasn't been playing well recently. Ben Rama has to start. Antonio has to start if he's fit because he's a striker. And he's not even a striker, that is. And of course, our right mid then, of course, we'd have to switch Lingard out wide because Bowen is just, not the exact man at the moment, we'll say, for us. He's got pace, he's got a bit of skill, but he just needs the end product. In terms of the, I suppose, striker, as I said, Antonio there, and then on the bench, if Antonio isn't fit, we have to go with, I think, Bowen and Lingard up top, something like the other night. It doesn't help us that Yarmolenko's injured either, but we'll see how things pan out, to be fair. To be honest, it is going to be a tough game, and maybe if we keep to the same formation tonight, Spurs won't be able to understand what kind of way we're working up top. They won't be able to keep track of our front three. And, we need to cause them problems, switch teams around. Don't be too open. I think this system is perfectly for Spurs because I remember we played it. The funny thing is we played with this formation last time and we ended up going 3-0 down. We just can't allow cannons on the space and balls in behind. We just can't deal with that. I think it's going to be a tough game. My prediction for the game is West Ham 1, Spurs 3. I'm very scared. I just want to get something off this game, but I feel like again we're going to overhype it, and Spurs are going to hit back with a good win, and we're going to lose. But this should a real West Ham though. I really will. But yeah, 3-1 Spurs. Goals from, if Kane's fit, Kane 1, Sam with 1, and Ndombele with 1. If Kane's not fit, then instead of Kane, it'll be Sam with 2 and Ndombele with 1. That's my prediction anyway, and match preview for the big game between West Ham and Spurs. Quick short video today. Hope you enjoy. Click like the video if you did. Subscribe for new, comment for any further videos. Just go back with a post-match reaction from West Ham Spurs after the game on Sunday afternoon. Until then, guys, take care. Peace.